It is time to design your most nourishing evening practice. Hi, dear friend, this is Katerina. I am so grateful you and I can have this time together. The way that you've been guided to this recording by divine design. And so many people ask me, can you share with us what is it you do in the evening to have a nourishing night, to wake up refreshed, inspired, and ready for the day? So many people loved my morning practice that I give away as a gift, that this was the next step to create an evening practice. All right, first thing first, I end my day exactly how I start my day. Well, not exactly, but very similar. I end my day in the same place as I began my day. It's a very sacred place for my heart. It's a mini temple in my house. It's my devotional altar. I believe when we build a devotional altar, we open up a portal for invisible helpers of the world of spirit to come in and guide us and work with us and to help us transform our challenges into creative opportunities. So this is the huge part of my evening practice, is to return at the end of the day where I actually began my day. When you begin to work with your altar, you begin to create a pulse for your devotional life. The more devotion you can cultivate in your heart, the more grace begins to flood your life. It's a spiritual formula. What can I tell you? It works. But only if it's a sincere devotion, if it's a calculated devotion. I'm going to show up to my altar, so grace and good fortune come into my life. We can't fool spirit this way. This gets to be a sincere desire of your soul to connect to a larger reality. You can call it cosmos, universe. I call it divine mother. To a larger reality, your soul, your higher self. And to return and to begin to cultivate a sort of a cycle. Everything in life is built on a spiral, on a cycle. So you start your evening practice in the same way as you start your morning practice, from the place of deep appreciation, deep devotion to the moment, to your heart, to your human experience that has it all, right? The ups and downs and the tragedy and the comedy and the holy mess and divine ecstatic bliss and all of it. So this is what I do in the evening. I go to a place of devotion. To me, it's my devotional altar. And I light an incense. I never come to my altar empty-handed. You can light a candle, you can light an incense. And again, it trains your mind, it trains your habit to make offerings and to cultivate this relationship with the world of spirit. What I mean by spirit, everything that is invisible, benevolent, that guides your life. Your spirit guides your benevolent ancestors, your galactic team, your spirit team, right? So this is the very first thing that I do, is spend some time by my altar. And the second thing that I do is, before I fall asleep, right? No electronics. I put my phone in airplane mode. I don't even create a chance in my reality to be awoken in the middle of the night, to see the flashing light. I put my phone on airplane. If that is an option for you, right? If you don't work as a nurse where you get to keep your phone on, if it's an option for you, put your phone on airplane so you don't have the harmful frequency of Wi-Fi, of internet, bombarding you when you sleep, I promise you will notice a significant improvement in your sleep. So when your phone is off, this is the great time to read something inspiring if that nourishes you, or to use journaling. So it's a reflective time, right? Where you look back on how did the day go? And it doesn't have to take a long time. It can be 5-10 minutes. But looking back into your day, you want to ask yourself, what were the highlights? What did bring me joy today? What do I remember? And another profound practice you can cultivate, you ask yourself, what were the moments where I felt I was truly present? What were the moments where I was truly present? What was that moment, right? What was that moment? When you review the moments of your day that brought you joy, where you felt you were truly present, maybe it will be the moment where you deeply connected with a practice, or you had a beautiful conversation with somebody that truly inspired you. What was the moment that brought you joy and where you were truly present? Now, the next question I ask, what pushed my buttons today? What was it that irritated me? What was it that triggered me? This final question is probably the most powerful in the process of transformation and developing self-awareness. Because if you can look back and objectively notice the patterns, the triggers, what pushed your buttons, what annoyed you, what irritated you, then you can journal about it. And you can ask yourself, I'm curious, what was that about that moment that irritated me? What exactly was so annoying about that experience? What exactly was that about? The aim of all true spiritual growth is genuine self-inquiry. So when we take the time to look back and say, what brought me joy? What are the moments where I was present? And what pushed my buttons? If you ask this on a consistent basis, you begin to notice a pattern. This tends to be a similar situation that pushes you or triggers you or annoys you. And then you can make a choice to go deeper and look underneath that pattern to receive an insight about something that you can transform within yourself. At night, you can read something inspiring, you can journal, but then set an intention for your sleep to be peaceful and restorative. And the final practice for my evening practice that is so important, right when you begin to drift to sleep, you're approaching a very unique manifestation window. You are approaching the threshold of your subconscious mind. So when you drift to sleep, remember to create a picture, because your subconscious mind thinks in images, of something that you desire to experience manifest in your reality. You can see yourself more energized, more joyful, more on purpose. You can see yourself living in an environment that is more aligned for you, or being with a partner that you either excited to meet, or the one that you wish, that you want to deepen your intimacy and heart connection. What do you desire to experience? Create a vivid image and drift to sleep with that image in mind. So then your subconscious mind begins to do its magic, its subconscious mind magic. And it begins to orchestrate through synchronicity opportunities for you to manifest your deepest heart desire. This is it. This is it. This is so simple. An evening practice that has a gentle self-inquiry, that has a devotional component in your conversation with the universe, that has gratitude and reflection, and a powerful manifestation process that truly can manifest absolutely anything you desire, what's best for you. I hope you take this evening practice and experiment and apply it. And if you'd like some support in creating your altar, I have a training on that. I'll put the link underneath this video somewhere where you can access it. And the most important element of this is to create a rhythm. There's many other things that I do, such as ecstatic dance at night if I feel like I desire to shift my energy. Maybe I've been in service to others and or working through some personal issue. Then I will use the moving practice. I will also use breathwork practice, movement practice, go outside on an evening walk without my phone practice, right? So there's many layers to this. How do you make your evening practice energizing? The one thing that changed my life that I can share with you that is coming through right now is when I stopped using alcohol at night to change my state. I used to love red wine. And I love the whole thing. I love the taste, the smell, the whole experience. But my spirit guides kept bringing that to my attention. They kept nudging me to let it go. So I finally was able to release it because my body began rejecting it. And I could have even one glass of wine, and then I would wake up in the middle of the night with my liver in distress, and I couldn't sleep, and hot flashes and sweat. It was a total mess. So I decided it's not worth it. It's not worth it. So I let it go. Now I work with a beautiful plant called kava. It's a plant of peace. It's a plant of tranquility. I work with that as a sleep supplement. I've been sharing about this online. And my favorite supplement to go there a little bit deeper with you is actually herbal tea. I have found a beautiful connection with herbs. And a friend of mine makes these amazing blends of herbal teas that nourish your entire nervous system on the level of minerals. So herbal tea and having this new routine, I guarantee you it will change how you feel next morning. This is something people a lot of times get so surprised by, is how you end your day, is how you're going to feel next morning, right? We want to end our day in a form of a nourishing ritual where it is exciting, you're filled with gratitude, you're filled with connection to your heart, you're filled with deep sense of peace and appreciation for your life exactly as it is right now. I'm going to post the summary of everything that I've covered underneath this audio. I hope it serves you. I hope that you feel inspired to give this a go. And if doing all of this feels like a lot, take a baby step. Build a place where you light a candle every night and look at the light of the candle and think about the fire of your soul. Think about the fire of your ancestors. Think about what fire represents as elemental energy, right? And I encourage you to just go all in and design your evening routine in a way that it nourishes you. And like with any practice, it's very easy to start it. Like anything new, it's the easiest thing in the world to start something new and to run on the energy of excitement. The real work is in the middle, where the practice feels repetitive and some part of your mind just wants to quit and find something new and exciting. Just watch that pattern. That's also a pattern, right? It's an opportunity to transform that and to develop a commitment, a true commitment to cultivate something that will nourish you and will support you. And then through the process of experimentation, you find the routine that really supports you, right? This is something that I do. It supports me. Sometimes my evening practice is also enhanced with mantra chanting. And I play mantras by Krishna Das on Spotify. They're available for all. And one of the benevolent deities that I like to sing is Hanuma. And it's a really powerful avatar, great master being who blesses us with strength through devotional service. So whenever I chant to Hanuma, I feel like my strength and my devotion gets re-energized, and I'm able to move through the obstacles of my mind, through the fears of my emotional body. I can move through it, and I can see my reality clearly, which is exactly what we all desire, right? We desire to see our reality with clarity so we can take the next step guided by our soul. This was me, Katerina Satori. Thank you so much for receiving this very simple evening practice. Let me know, what are you excited to implement? And if I can be of service to you, your leadership, your mission, your work, my door is open. You can reach me on any of my social media channels or through my website. Be blessed. Remember, how you end your day is how you're going to feel next day. End your day with self-love, devotion to the divine, and giving your body the rest and rejuvenation it requires to carry you forward the next day. Be blessed.